Hello everybody and welcome back once again for the second day in a row to Let's Play Rome Remastered. This session is going to be a little bit shorter than I had planned it to be because some last minute plans have cropped up, which means that I'm going elsewhere this Saturday afternoon. Literally this morning somebody rang me to say, "What are you doing?" I said, "I've got nothing planned really, you know, just usual kind of stuff, watch a bit of football, Leeds Man U, you know, and maybe just play a few computer games." But, "Oh no, you're not doing that, you're doing something else." I'm like, "Oh, fine." Okay, I'll do as I'm told. Anyway, so yeah, this session might be about 45 minutes rather than about an hour that I was planning. But still, we should get a decent amount done if I stop flapping my gums. But before I do dive in, a patch was released not so long ago which has changed a few little things. So I'll quickly fly through some of the things that I like. For instance, up here it tells you how much income you're making per turn, which is quite nice. Also, if you go into the armies, there's now an auto sort button, which you click and it sorts your army. So you can't see it because I've pretty much done it for all my armies, but it sorts them in order so you get all your units in one block rather than scattered all over, so that's quite a nice feature. And in settlements you can now change your tax from this screen rather than having to go into this screen all the time, which is quite nice. And you can also see there's some different icons to some of the things as well. So some just little nice little user interface tweaks. I read the patch notes yesterday and there's quite a few other things, but they were the ones that stood out for me straight away. Oh yeah, you can access the family tree from this screen now as well, from this button on the General's Overview, which is quite nice. And in the last session we had a child. We had Yeehaw Emerita. He's now a father. My Tones Emerita. And he's a boy as well. A young boy just born. Congratulations. Congratulations, Yeehaw. Governor of Cirta, of course. Right, so there you go. So that's a little whistle-stop tour of the of some of the more pertinent updates from the patch. So I've utilised this option, this feature, to ensure that we're not losing so much money per this turn. I've cancelled the practice range down here and replaced it with the Governor's Palace. In line with the Master of War's requests, I'm kind of phasing out some of the infantry and other units from lesser settlements and replacing them with peasants to save on upkeep, so we're doing that across the land. But yeah, we can actually utilise this feature now to change the tax rates within the settlements so that we can to just gain us a little tiny tinsy wincy little bit of extra income. So for instance there we can put the tax rate to very high, that takes us a little bit better. I think Palmer was quite similar. We can bunch the tax rate up here, that gets us to high, that gets us down to 490 loss per turn. That's pretty much it. Thapsus was already very high. So it's quite a nice little feature that, just to give us an extra bunts. That's going to go up to high. It's going to put people under a bit of pressure there, a bit of an orange face, but hey, this is desperate times. Very desperate times indeed. So I've done everything off camera. I've sort of got my head around what's happened and what's happening, and I've got everything sorted. So everything is nice and neat, and I can now proceed to today's session and hopefully get some stuff done that was intended and was requested in the roleplay. So let's end the turn, and all of my plans that I've got in my head are going to go to rack and ruin because the AI is probably not going to cooperate. Oh yeah, I've got to tell you about Croton as well, because we've got a spy in there causing unrest and their public order is 35%, so they could revolt. Oh, it's come back to Greenfit. That's a shame. I was hoping to see that place revolt. Oh, hellfire. Hellfire. Oh, Lepsis Magma's in trouble. Oh, what the hell is this? Oh, the Spanish ships have attacked Admiral Carademos, who was coming down to merge with Admiral Jabal. Oh no, we better win this. Clear defeat. The balance power 50-50. Withdraw. For God's sake. At least he's lifted the siege to do that. Oh my God, the situation in the seas is most dire indeed. We've ousted the spy. The Spanish have come close, but they're not attacking. All rather interesting. Right, okay, let's crack on. Settlement besieged. Okay, Lepsis Magna. Agent found there and ousted. Oh my god! Most advanced faction? Egypt, not us anymore. Diplomatic information, the Thrace have allied with the Brutii. The Greek cities and the Gauls have been ceasefired with the House of Julii, and we have another family member. Aglarus. Okay, who the hell is Aglarus when she's at home? Or maybe it's a he. Who knows? I'm not good with these names. Let's have a look. Nice, quick and easy way to get to the family tree. Where are you, Aglarus? It's the Adges again! A little girl this time, the Adges. Age 40 is not stopping you, is it? No, sir. No, it's not. Excellent job indeed. Right, let's start here in the west and figure out what on earth we're going to do. And we're getting 9,000 profits per this turn, so that's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. We can work with that. We can work with 9,000 profits. Okay, so what I also did, I actually brought this spy. Oh no, the spy isn't in here anymore. The spy was in here. This guy here, Carthalo. I took him out actually to keep an eye on this Gaul army here for the time being. His plan was to head up to Scalabus, but whilst we've got the situation going on, he's come down and he's just spying here, making sure that this army doesn't get too frisky, so we can see where it goes. And counteract with potential diplomat if needed. But right now, the Spanish are looking very, very, very apprehensive about actually attacking us. They've probably seen what has happened to the Gauls and thought, ooh, that Zeuxis Lixus guy, we don't fancy a piece of him. So they're just kind of stood there gawping, which is fine. It's giving us more time to get good old Theopanus closer and closer to being to come and reinforce. When he does get there, we're going to have to figure out what we're going to do. Are we going to keep them as two separate armies? Are we going to merge them into one army? Interesting proposition. It will need to be done today, I think. So we shall have to see. Right, let's have a look. So we can't retrade anything else. Okay, let me get me thinking, Capitals. It's all about prioritising what we need to do. And what is the priority outside of look at that guy, faction heir Luco. Is that a different Luco? Is that the same Luco that was in the battle yet? Did he not die? Okay, sorry about that. Got a phone call. Right. Okay. So where was I? Yes, Luco. I'm weighing up if this is the same Luco that we fought with last time. I can't make my mind up. I'm sure he died in the battle. It's probably a different Luco. They're all probably called the same thing. These barbarians, not very creative, are they? Right. Okay. So, what's the plan now? I'm debating whether to get any more units in here. Recruit some more. I suppose at least. Suppose it's nothing lost, is it? Let's get some more infantry. I think there's nothing lost there. Let's just strengthen our ranks here as best we can. Theopanus is coming down to help. That's fine. So there's nothing else we can do here. We can build something. And I'm thinking a stone wall might not be a bad bet. You know, as soon as this turns into a stone wall, any siege that happens here is a different ball game completely. We get the benefit of some great towers, makes it twice, maybe even 3 times more difficult for the enemy to take it. So I think starting the stone wall now is a good thing. So we'll start that off. Tax rate's on low, which is fine. So everything on this side is fine. We'll keep him kind of in the middle for now. Maybe bring him a bit closer to. Yeah, we'll leave him there. He kind of can see best of both worlds, can't he? Right. Okay. So over here, Carthago Nova. We were focusing on recruiting some more infantry here as well. But this army's not moving, but it can move in one turn, so we can't be too slack. So we'll get another one. And I think that should be sufficient. So 5 units of infantry, some of which are decent experience, and a family member should be able to defeat this. Should be able to. Yeah, we'll see about that, but it should. Okay, that's not going to help either. So we're going to, unfortunately, Hasdrubal has decreed that we are going to squeeze as much money from the populace in taxes for the time being. It's a code red situation. You know, code red. We need as much coin as we can to fund this issue, defeat these people, and once we have a bit more of a stable situation in the sea and on the land, we can then, of course, lower the taxes for the people. But right now, there is a code red situation, which means all tax rates will be as high as they possibly can without the people going up in arms and open rebellion. Okay, so Carthage Nova. So another family member, another unit there. Okay, so next port of call over this side of the map is the situation with the ships, which is not glorious, it must be said. However, I think between this set of ships and this guy here, we should be able to defeat this, which does still contain the faction leader of the Gauls. So if we could get lucky and sink it, that would be quite handy. So we're going to try it. We're going to try it. I might be completely wrong in my assertion here, but we're going to try it. Yes, we are. Yes, we are going to win. Yes! Oh, but we didn't sink him. We didn't sink him, which is a crying shame. And it puts him down here, which puts Tingy actually at risk. If he lands and attacks Tingy, Tingy could be at risk. But we can come down and help if necessary. We're not going to do anything about that. We could chase him down to beat him. But before we do that, we need to do this. So we are retraining the ships. In fact, I'm also going to get another set of ships here, because I don't think our naval presence is strong enough. One set of biremes here. These are going to retrain, merge together, 4 full sets of biremes. That should be a strong enough fleet to deal with the situation here. Deal with these ships, and deal with him down here. I hope he does not land. So in the next turn we should be ready to start our patrol and start to harassing and hopefully sinking that ship with their faction leader on it. What a tragedy! What a tragedy it would be if he was to die on some ships as a faction leader, eh? Wouldn't that strike a bit of a blow to them? The dogs. Right, so that's that situation. So everything here is pretty good, so we're quite happy with that. Right, Tingy, let's just nice and methodically go through, making sure that we've got as much tax as we can. Recruiting there. We could go for the wooden walls actually, just in case they are attacked. It just gives extra little bit of protection. So now is the time to build the wooden walls there, I think. So we'll get that done. Takes us to 5,474 profits. We are literally running on fumes right now. We're literally running on the profits alone at this point. So that's Tingy sorted. Right, Demidi is building, that's fine. Tax rate is fine. Nepta. Right, so Nepta we've replaced. The trouble is it constantly resets every turn, so you've got to do this every single time. But hey, it needs to happen because we need the coin. See, they are only 100, they're 170. I wonder how far we can push this. I think maybe one more set and then just disband both of these. Could be the order of business, just because you get more peasants in a stack than you do infantry. So we'll recruit those, and then once they're recruited, we'll disband these two, and that should be fine. So Nepta's good. There's the Midi, we've seen that. Right, let's have a look at Sirtis. Sirtis still isn't building anything, so we'll bear that in mind. We are trying to put military buildings here. Did upgrade its shipwright, its port to a shipwright recently, which means it can now recruit those lovely triremes, which we will get to in a second. So we'll bear this in mind. It's all about prioritisation here. Right, Palmer's got an orange face, which doesn't matter at all. Right, what we were thinking about here is what is best served to military. No good. Military, no good here. No good. Also, road's no good because it's not linked to anything. So what's the best building to actually garner some more income? And going through them, the communal farming actually brings the most increase to income here. So we'll go for that, and then we'll go for the market, and then the temple of Melkart. So that's 4,300. Okay. So as you can see, it's quite a costly affair, spreading buildings here. Right, Keralis, let's have a look. Good old Bizaltes. We'll get to you very shortly too. But for the time being, let's have a wee look here. Everything in this settlement is built. Nothing else we can do here other than wait patiently for the ships to come and ship us across to the south of Italy, which is exactly where he's going to go, because the situation, I feel, in Iberia is under control, and I don't think his army of the Middle Sea is required. I think between him and him, we've got the Spanish covered at this point, and even the Gauls as well. So he's just waiting patiently. So in order for him to actually get anywhere useful, for a brief moment I thought maybe they've got a bloody an army on that. They've done it to us twice already. Yes, we're going to turn our attention to the situation here in Sicily. Now, this army, or this fleet, is going to be... I'm getting bearings here. It's going to be... Where's the Sicilian? Okay. Oh, he's not listed on my list. But anyway, he's going to be the Sicilian... he's going to be the brute... Is it the Ionian? Am I getting my knickers in a twist here? Ionian. Oh, Syracuse. Admiral Balishek. Yes, that's him. He's going to be the Ionian sword fleet, which is going to be the one that's harassing and patrolling the southern tip of the boot here. But before he can do that, he needs to collect Bizaltes to take him over here. But before he can do that, we need the Sicilian shield fleet to be recruited. So to do that, what we need to do is recruit one bireme from here, one bireme from here, and one bireme from here. That gives us 3 biremes in one turn, and so that in the next turn, Admiral Balishek is free. He's free to come across, pick up Bizaltes, and then take him down to Italy as soon as possible. Now, before he even does that, Bizaltes suffered a few losses, of course, that he can't replenish at the moment. Oh, do you know what? I just realised in Keralis, actually, we could do that, couldn't we? Yes, we could. Expand it. Forgot about that. Which takes up quite a bit of our money. So yeah, that's fine. He's going to not be able to reinforce these units. So, in fact, what we're going to do is we're going to replenish the units in Carthage. So in Carthage, we're going to build or recruit some more Iberian infantry ×2 to replenish these, and a set of Libyan spears as well to replace them, so that the ship can come across, pick those guys up, and then ship them across. I think is probably best. So we're going to have to start that off. So we'll recruit the Iberian infantry to start with this turn, and then over the next couple of turns we'll get the spears as well to finish that off. So he's got a nice proper full stack ready to take on the Romans. The Romans, yes, not the Italian, the Romans. Right, Messana, tax rate is high, tax rate is now very high. Syracuse, tax rate is low, tax rate is still low. Lilybaeum, tax rate is very high. Building wise, it's always Sicily that gets the short straw when it comes to any spare coin left over for building. It always happens, doesn't it? They never get what they want. I feel we should maybe go east to west a couple of times just so that they get something. Okay, so Hasdrubal, the faction leader, is staying put in Thapsus for the time being. He's going to head back to Carthage eventually, so we'll keep him there. But here, as we can quite clearly see, there's a slight issue. There's a slight issue. This is not too much of an issue because we should be capable of dealing with this. Now, I'm not going to sally forth, although we could. I think we could sally forth and win this quite easily. We've got horses, so we can outmaneuver the infantry. the only reason that we should potentially maybe fear them is that their faction leader is here. That's not a massive problem. This army down here is now marching up here as well, which could be a problem. So it's a race against time, basically. It's a pure and simple race against time. He can't lay siege right to this place because he's a set of horses. He can't carry a ram, so I'm going to leave him be. We are continuing on with our plan, which is to make a beeline straight for Siwa. As soon as Siwa falls, by my estimations, and this better be correct, otherwise this plan is going to be an absolute car crash, is that the Numidians literally have one land left. Yes, they do. So when that falls in 3 turns' time, any Numidian forces will turn to rebels. They will be gone. So this situation resolves itself without the need of us coming a cropper. It's going to be tight because this army may reach here before we get to do that. So it's kind of... We'll see how close they get. If they look like they're getting close to reinforcing this army, we will probably sally forth, deal with this one first, and then go back in. Because that will delay them by a turn. Because if these guys are getting rams and stuff, then when the reinforcements arrive, they can attack straight away. So we're going to have to beat them back if they start getting rams. And that will delay them by a turn, because this army would have to attack and then build rams again, giving us an extra turn's grace. So we'll do that. This set of ships here, Admiral Admetos, was supposed to carry the spy from here towards Rome. However, the spy's not going anywhere. He's crammed in now, so we cannot wait for that to happen. So instead, he's going to go and do what the new plan is, which is to replace this admiral here as the central shield fleet, and then this admiral, when he arrives, in fact he's going to go now because he's not only a turn away, is going to actually turn his attentions to heading towards Iberia and hopefully stop the Gauls from landing any more ships on our shores outside of our line of sight. So he's going to go to Carthage Nova, get a couple more biremes, although technically speaking we could head to here and get a set of triremes because Serta can get them now. Might do that, in fact. And then we've got the Iberian sword fleet ready to rock and roll in the waters. So that's that situation sorted as well. So I think that's pretty much everything. We've got 1,600 to spend, which makes me think, well, let's spend it. Why not? Why the hell not? There are some buildings we've overlooked, sort of some construction task that we've overlooked. Let me get my little pen out. Start making my plans. Ticking off my list here what I've done and not done, so that I don't lose track. I think Lillebeim is finishing off its bazaar. As soon as that bazaar is built, we get the assassins available, which is going to be absolutely glorious. Messana is a practice range, not a priority. Syracuse, also a bazaar, quite pricey, can't afford that just yet. So we can get two settlements producing assassins. The Sicilian Assassin Guild. A cat's going to Rome, not at the moment, he's not. Cartholo is going to Scalabus, again not for the moment, because he's keeping an eye on that Gaul army. Theodeculus, peasants, that was right. We were going to get some peasants down to Lepsis Magna from Carthage. That's not going to happen whilst we're under siege anyway, so that's on hold for the moment, because we're recruiting units for Byzaltes in Carthage now. And all the last thing that we really want is a public... Not a public... We want the old royal palace, which is 6,400 bloody denarii in Carthage, which has to happen sooner rather than later, preferably. So we have a choice. We could save the extra 1,000 this turn to bank towards the next turn and get the royal palace, or we could look at building somewhere else. Serta. We're looking at potentially upgrading the walls there. Syracuse, can't afford that. Messana's fine also. Carthago Nova. New settlement. Nectar and Cyrene are both fine. Mines here. Mines was the ask. That's 2,000. Bit pricey. Bit pricey. But it only puts into a 400 deficit, and the mines will be paying us back in the long run, so we'll do that. We'll do that. So mines there. That takes us down to a small deficit this turn. Only 124. We must get a discount. He must get a discount with building. You get a discount with building? You get a discount with building? Are you a draftsman? Oh, he's a drunkard. Probably shouted drunken obscenities at the at the people selling the construction equipment, and they're like, "Okay, we'll give you a discount. Just leave us alone." He's bloody. He likes blood, and he's a drunkard. He definitely threatened the construction staff, the sellers. You know, the vendors selling all the stone and stuff. You give me a discount, or I rip your head off. Yeah, yes, not a problem, not a problem. Yes. Right, okay, I think we're done. I think we are. I think we are. I kind of think we are.
Ships ready. Aye, my lord.
So we've got the shield fleet there, we've got the shield fleet here. A fresh shield fleet needs to be recruited in Parma. So 3 biremes to be recruited in Parma. To be the shield fleet that protects these 3 ports, in addition to the sword fleet. This shield fleet will be ready and retrained next turn, ready to rock and roll there. So the navies are looking. Got another shield fleet just preparing for next turn here, freeing up him. Yeah, so we're not doing too bad. We're not doing too bad. The seas are. We're getting there with the navies. The wars are just slowly but surely swinging to us, I think. So let's end the turn. I always hate ending the turn because I always feel like I've forgotten something. But hey, it's only one turn if I have. Oh, I forgot to cancel this movement order. Never mind. Come on, move it. Oh, I know what I forgot to do. I'll do it this turn. Merchants in. I need to recruit 2 merchants. Oh, please, no. No, God, please, no. There's a Scipii ship heading right to Sicily. I don't know why I'm nervous, because Bizaltus has got a full stack army in Sicily, so whatever they're going to throw at us is not... Oh, he's getting rained on! Ooh, they are coming. They are dropping off on Sicily. Oh my God! They are throwing themselves. This is why we need... Oh God. So they're coming with... That's probably 3 family members. And a Julii host are coming to land on Corralis. Interesting. Interesting. Do you know what I say to that? Personally, I say, bring it on. Bring it on is what I say, because I completely and wholeheartedly believe that they will not be able to take us down. We've got those lovely balearic slingers to throw those rocks from behind the walls and pepper their infantry as they walk slowly with their rams. We can take that. And once they've thrown themselves at us, it weakens them further. And then we launch the counter-attack. So Bizaltus is staying put. He's staying put for now. We can't even get to these ships in time anyway.
Ships ready.
No matter what we do, we can't reach them at the moment. This was the fleet that was going to be patrolling this area, but they've been diverted to Iberia. Now that they're going to Iberia, look what's happened. It's just pandemonium, isn't it? It's just absolute typical, isn't it? Wherever you try to go, a little bit expanded. Settlement besieged Numidia still, that's fine. Wherever we... Oh, what's happening now? Oh, Roxanne! Theopanis has got married! Are you kidding me? Pet monkeys? Gisco Gadda's got a priest of Baal? Theopanis! Of all times, you think now is the best time to get married. Oh, look at that! They are running. Pretty much. Oh, we've got them on the run, man. He's running back. They're running back with their tails between their legs. We like that. The House of Bruttian out war with the... that's the Julii, sorry. They just can't make their minds up, can they? They cannot make their minds up. Right.
Ready to sail.
So we've got a full stack full stack. We've got four ships here. And that's another thing that the patch brought, was the fact that you can now see the entire stack of your navy rather than just the first 5, which seemed like a very odd UI thing. Thank God they've changed that. Anyway, let's go. You know what we're going to do? We're going to go east to west, because poor old Sicily doesn't get any of the coin that's left over by the time we've finished going from west to east. So we're going to change it this turn, alright? I'm sure Fiages is not happy. Right, Cyrene. Let's just take a quick tax check, make sure that we're fleecing the populace out of as much as we possibly can. It's a much needed thing, I said.
Sire! Attack!
Okay, one more turn. Wow, they are getting some decent units.
Sire!
Desert infantry. Pretty decent infantry as well. Okay. Archers could cause us a bit of a problem.
Sire!
Okay, well, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So Cyrene is fine. He's a turn away from Siwa. We can't see what's happening here. Lepsis Magna just has to last out a little bit longer. It's like Theodeclus is probably waiting for the news from Brommelcar. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Another slight disturbance. Right, so yes, Lepsis Magna waiting for the news from Brommelcar that he's dispatched of the Numidians at Siwa, and hopefully that will alleviate his concerns. So that's sorted. Right, Thapsus is building. That's fine. Carthage. We're still waiting for that royal palace. We may get that. We'll just see how much cash is left over after we finish this particular turn. Right, we've got Lilybaeum is fine. Still building its Bazaar, Messana, practice range. Still debating whether that's a priority or not at the moment. Syracuse, Bazaar, probably more so of a priority. So we might go for that one now. It's been a while. Just give them it, you know what I mean? Just bloody give it to them. Just one turn is all they ask, you know, just one turn. So, a Bazaar in Syracuse, the practice range can wait for Messana. I've just quickly merged the ships together here. The 3 biremes. This is the Sicilian Shield Fleet, led by Admiral Timason. This is now going to be the sword fleet that takes on the Brutii. Now, whilst we're stuck in a pickle here, kind of doesn't make sense to take him, because he does need 2 more biremes, which he could probably get from Lilybaeum, to be fair. But actually, if he can take on that, he can. Ooh, that's a bit more touch and go.
Ready to sail!
It's a bit more touch and go. I'm going to take him here. Just because in the next turn, if they don't land their troops, he's within a turn of attacking them. So we'll take him as close as we can. If they land, fine. We'll recruit 2 more biremes. If they don't land, we'll attack and try to sink them to save Bizaltas a further fight unnecessarily. So he's in position ready to strike should he need to do so. Right, there's a set of Gaul ships here, so the shield fleet is going to be put into action pretty much straight away.
Yes, mighty lord.
And is going to take down Admiral Geraint here as soon as we can to repel them from our waters. Right, so that's the situation with the fleets. Almost done. The next situation with the fleets is Admiral Ash here, for short, is landed at Sirte because he's looking to be refurbished with a trireme. Well, 2 actually, but obviously we'll get one this turn, we'll get one the next turn, and this is then a fully finished Iberian sword fleet. So that's good. Corellis is waiting patiently, so there's one more turn and it will be ready to build some more buildings. They focus on the wall for defensive purposes. Right, so Sicily has got what it needed, so that's fine. Carthage, we're just still waiting to see whether or not we can afford the palace, and it's looking like that we can't this turn, so I think we'll get it first thing next turn, and we'll have to work around that, because Carthage needs It needs its palace. Apsus is fine. Everything else there is fine. Serta, orange face, doesn't matter for now, they are fine. Still could do with getting the wall there. Palmer is building. The farms. Nepta. Let's disband these guys. In fact, both of these guys. Put the tax rate up. Give us that extra bit of coin. Excellent. So that should save us a bit of money. Yep, 7,000 now in the coffers. That's fine there as well. Excellent. Let's have a wee peek up here now. Tingy! Let's look at Tingy. Very high. Everything's fine there. So everything across the land on the eastern side is actually not looking too bad. I'm quite happy with that. Quite happy with that. So let's go to this side then and focus on the plan. The plan. We'll start with the non-military based plan for the time being. The non-military based plan is to recruit 2 merchants. Because one set of merchants is going to go all the way up here and land on the iron resource here to act as a bit of a spy and to trade coin. Because he can keep an eye on Asturica, he can see what the situation is as he's moving up there to see if there's any more armies hiding. And the same with the merchant from here. He's going to head up and sit himself on this lovely wine resource and keep an eye on Oscar. And again, just keep an eye out whilst he's moving up there to see if there's any sort of hidden armies waiting in the wings. So a joint purpose there, both spying and merchanting. So that's done. We've got the mines, I think. Yes, we've got the mines, so that's done as well. So happy with that. Excellent. So we've actually got a bit of money, you know. We've got a bit of money to spend. Everywhere is building that needs to build. Let me just double check this. Carthage, we'll wait for it. Serta, walls. We could get Serta its walls this turn. Masana, practice range. We could probably afford that now as well, actually. Nepta can't build anything. Siren can't build. Yeah, I think we'll do that. I think we'll do that. And then in the next turn, we should be free to get that Royal Palace. So, Masana, change of plan. Get your practice range. Serta, get your walls. We still have 3,976 to spend. Building is done. Excellent, excellent, excellent. I like that. I like that. This is the kind of stuff I like. Serenity. Peace and serenity. 3 battles in one. It was just too much for me. My God, so much drama. Right, what do we do next then? So what do we do with this army? It's a very, 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 very heavy cavalry army from what we can remember. Very heavy cavalry. Technically speaking, well, he's not quite back yet. He's almost ready to go. He's almost ready. Almost ready to get back. I think, technically speaking, the best thing to do would be to actually take this army and this army, I think, merge it into, like, either merge it... Oh, what am I doing? Either merge it together or take them both separately and just attack 2 armies attacking this guy together. We'd have massively overwhelming numbers. In fact, he may even just, like, retreat in the first instance. But what we will do in the time being... Oh, I'm getting a merchant. I was going to say we might get another unit.
Orders.
Can't recruit any mercenaries. Anyway, it's the next turn, which will be the last turn, because I think we're... Well, by the time I've cut out some of these interruptions, it will be probably about 45 minutes by the time I'm finished. I will merge also the RP update into this video as well on top, so I think the next turn will be the last, so I'll wait to see what the Zixus and Theopanos want to do in the roleplay with regards to this guy. But everything else, currently, I'm very happy with down here. We can even put the tax rate up there as well, which is great. Gives us that extra teensy bit of money. Right then, so, where are you, you dog?
Aye, my lord.
You're down there out of range. You think that's gonna stop us? We're gonna drive you off the edge of this map, my friend. You're gonna rue the day you ever tried to take us down. Brennus. Yeah, the next turn being the last turn would actually be quite good, especially if the Roman armies land as well. Oh my gosh, they are going to land. Excellent. Oh, they've landed. Look at that. Will make for a perfect opportunity for rope. Oh, hang on. It's all kicking off. Oh my god. Right. We'll go west to... Oh, look at that. The shield fleet leaves and he pounces, which is fine. This is more important.
Ready to sail.
This is more important. Sink the buggers! Oh, for God's sake. This is the one issue with this game. You can't sink fleets. It's just ridiculous. Right, fine. Jesus, 22 ships there. I think if we beat him one more time, we'd probably sink him, to be fair. Let's have a check on these. Settlement besieged. Yes, we know it's still under siege. Thank you very much for the good news. Diplomatic information. Allies. Ceasefire. Very good. Let's have a look at this. Very good. Right, final turn. Let's get our house into order here. So this is going to serve as a wrap-up and also a roleplay overview in the same breath, almost. So pay attention, roleplayers. Right, so here in the west, we have Corduba, under the watchful gaze of the hero Zuxislixus. Bless him. He's absolutely pulled a blinder, repelled the Gauls, and now he's stabilised the situation, so much so that the Spanish refuse to attack us due to fear. They stand idly on a bridge like rabbits in a headlight. So you've gained an extra command star. I don't know if you've actually gained a management, maybe, but you're a good commander and stern. Well done. Well done. Coming to the rescue, we have one Mr. Theopanus, who shall stand next to you, and between you, you can decide in the roleplay what we're going to do next with relation to Ambon. You have, of course, your army here, with those lovely Balearic slingers, of course. Can only recruit. I was hoping to get another set of slingers if we could, but no. And your 39, of course, the more experienced of the two. And let's take a look at your traits, just in case you've got any new ones. Okay, so between the two of you, what do you wish to do with Ambon? I'll leave that for you to decide. In the meantime, Corduba's finishing off its walls. Once it's finished its walls, I think the focus was on military buildings, but just in case, I shall give you what you can build there. And of course, the tax rate is determined by Hasdrubal right now because of the code red situation. Although it is kind of easing a little bit, so it's not going to last for too much longer. So, you know, placate your people, ease their fears. This tax rate situation will be called to a close soon enough. Of course, there's still the situation here with the Gauls. They are not moving either. It seems that our enemies are like frightened rabbits. They don't know what they're doing. But we have also Carthalo here, just keeping an eye. Maybe it might be time for him to move, possibly. Here in Carthago Nova, we have a new family member. So if you are interested in playing as a turncoat Spanish guy who is a drunkard, a bloody man, you know, he seems like a very fun character to roleplay. If you're interested in roleplaying him, just hit me up on the old Discord server, because this is a great opportunity here. And you can take control of our first bribed family member, 43, Matagenus, 1 command, 2 management. He's also got an armourer. Yeah, he's in charge of Carthago Nova, so we won't build anything for the time being, but just in case you may wish to build something, there's not much you can build really other than an armourer or blacksmith, and then the infrastructure buildings. You can also upgrade the mines. 3,500, but again, probably worth it in the end. Probably worth it in the end. So that's good old Matagenus. I hope somebody comes forward to claim him. I really do. So that's that situation. Tingy, well, Tingy never gets anything, does it? It got a wall though this episode, so they should be grateful. What's the tax rate like? Very high, that's good. Shield fleet coming back, taking down Admiral Etor, so the shield fleet over here is finished. So everything in the west is looking a lot better than it did at the start of the last session, let's just say that. Right, we move very quickly across to Parma. Parma is finishing off its farms, that's fine, tax rate is good. Admiral Ashtartiaton. One more set of lovely triremes, and then he will be ready to head across. I think maybe patrolling the kind of this area, which is the area that we can't see. We can see down here. Saying that, we couldn't see the Gaul ships when they were there, but we can kind of see here, I think. So I think this is the area that we can't see so much. I'm thinking maybe patrolling him up round about there could be a good idea, potentially. But yeah, next turn he's ready to go and patrol the Iberian coastline. Hopefully prevent any further landings. Cirta, getting the walls, focusing on military buildings, that's fine. Yeehaw, you've had a new child, of course. Everything there is kind of just ticking over. Dimidi has finally finished its upgrade and now has a load of stuff available, which I will manage in the next episode. Nepta. Just get that up there. Tax rate's fine. Carthage! Gisco Gades! There you go. Wipes out our profits, but hey, it needs to happen. Royal Palace needs to happen. When old Hasdrubal comes back, something new will greet him. Right, so Carthage is getting its building. Excellent. And also, we were going to start recruiting some units for Bizaltes, but however, things have taken a slight twist, as you can clearly see. So Bizaltes, some fun opportunity for roleplay for you too, because of the fact that our patrolling fleets weren't ready in time, both the Julii and the Scipii have landed on Sardinia, landed here, and are surrounding Corellis and are looking like they're about to launch an attack on you. Isn't that fantastic? No, it's not, but it is in the same breath, because you can deal with these two and then launch your counter-attack on the Roman factions as intended and make them rue the day they tried to take you down. In the meantime...
Aye, great lord.
Ooh, I don't think we can afford to do that, you know. Can we afford to do that?
Ready. Attack.
Oh, we can't make it. Oh,
Aye,
bugger.
great lord. Aye, great lord.
Oh, but we can afford to do that. Get out of our waters! I won't tell you again! You know what we can afford to do?
Prepare to
That! Sink 'em all! Blasted enemy ships.
The sea is yours.
Yeah, you're going to be stuck here now, my friends. Completely stuck.
Aye,
Your
great
ships
lord.
aren't going to help you now. Right, come back.
Aye, my lord.
Replenish.
Ready to sail.
You just stay there. Screen this area so they cannot return to pick these guys up. You are stranded and Bizaltes will deal with you. The situation in Corellis is hotting up. Right, so that's Corellis. Carthage is sorted. Thapsus. What do we want to build in Thapsus? Anything pressing? Large stone wall. No, it's just infrastructure here. How much money we got? 2,300. 1,006 for a temple. Yeah, let's go for a temple. Let's do it. Temple in Thapsus. Why the hell not? Okay, situation in Lepsis Magna. Oh boy! Oh boy. I think, as I said, I think what I need to do, and this is Theodoculus here, you're going to have an opportunity to speak otherwise, of course, but I think the plan is repel this now, repel this army now, because they've got rams, so as soon as these guys reinforce, they can then attack straight away, which is and that is in the next turn, which is dangerous. Whereas if we attack them, beat them, repel them, or kill them, These guys can besiege us in the next turn, but they will have to build rams fresh, which gives us that extra turn that we need to be able to
Orders.
get this done
Engage the enemy.
at Siwa.
Begin the siege. Besieging settlement.
We need one more turn for Siwa to fall. And to get that extra turn, you're going to have to kill these guys. Otherwise, they'll attack you in the next one, probably. Which is not what we need, really. So, yes, situation critical in Lepsis Magna. Interesting. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Cyrene, how you doing? Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all.
Mighty general.
We could recruit a set of... I don't think we need any further units to deal with that situation. Right, Theodecalus, I'll just give you a very quick overview of your character. I don't think there's anything changed, but let's just have a quick peek there. Even-handed, rational beliefs, stern, merchant, priest of Baal, desert scout, just biding your time, praying to the gods that the curse of Lepsis Magna does not come to take you like it took your is it your brother, your father and grandfather. Family tree's a bit blurry at this point. Yeah, father and grandfather. Yeah, the curse of Lepsis Magna is almost striking again. Can you see it out? Oh dear. Right, Gisco Gades. A quick look at your stats and traits. Didn't do that for you. I do apologise if I've missed anybody out. But, it's quite a lot to manage here. Did we do Yeehaw? I can't remember. I'll do it again just in case. Zaltes? Where's our heir in waiting? Brave draftsman, faction heir, confident commander with a shield bearer, slayer of Romans already, slayer of the Julii, slayer of the Scipii, but still they come. They still come to try to claim the head of this man who has captured Sicily, captured Sardinia. They're eager, they're clambering over themselves to be the one to do it, for they will be showered with a triumph should they do so. I think Bazaltas has got other plans. Okay, so finally then, Lilibeum, Fiages, new child and all, still doing what he needs to do. Unquenched anger, fiscally flexible. He's getting more and more creative with his coin, isn't he? Architect, extravagant, and a tax assessor. A tax assessor, 10% bonus to tax income. I think that's new. A librarian, is that also new? Look at your little retinue, my friend. You've got quite the retinue, quite the little harem going on there. Yeah. So you're still, governor of Lilibeum, warden of Sicily, overseeing things. Right. What do we have going on here? Whoa! 3 Brutii family members on this ship. What are you doing here? What are you trying to achieve? I do not know, but bog off. Go back from whence you came, scumbag.
We are supreme.
And you? Why are you here?
My great lord.
Get out of it. Go back from whence you came. It seems...
We are supreme.
And
My great lord.
then we'll retrain. So it seems that the shield fleets crafted for us by Marrow, our master of ships, are serving their purpose to some degree there, as you just witnessed. And also a little bit down here, although they did obviously sneak past, but still, we have beaten them, and now we have a screen ready to kind of just keep them away. So the Navy situation is still not perfect, there's still a little bit of work to do there, but it's better than it was, certainly. I think maybe another handful of turns or so, we'll be almost there with the exact makeup of the Navy that we want. But there you go, I've given you the overview of the current situation. This is where we will leave off. In the next turn, Lepsis Magna hopefully will not fall. The Numidians will hopefully be wiped out. Hopefully Bazaltas will reign supreme against the combined force of the Romans. And in Iberia, hopefully the Spanish will be sent packing with their tails between their legs. So much still to do, so much fun still to be had. And if you want to take control of that extra family member, Mataginas, just let me know and get involved. We're having a lot of fun. The roleplay has been so enjoyable, and the plan was to ensure that the characters on this campaign map were brought to life, and they certainly have been. I can tell you every single family member's name, where they are and what they've done because of the roleplay, and that's exactly what I wanted. To craft a story and remember these characters, and that has certainly happened. So yeah, thank you to all of you who have been roleplaying. It's been a great time. Right then, folks, there you go. This is the end now of the 2-part session for you this week. The final thing to say is get your official orders to me by lunchtime, 12 PM British Standard Time, next Friday. That is your deadline. Game save will be uploaded as usual, but that's me done. I'll have to get ready now because I'm going out. So enjoy your weekend, folks, and until next time, I'll see you soon.